Hi, today's topic is about the things that you do here in Canada that you might get a stare, get glared at, or get confused looks from people because they can't understand what you're doing, or it's not agreeable to them, or they don't like what you're doing. So, here's my top things that Canadians usually give quiet reactions on. They don't tell you that they don't like it, but you will see them like stare back at you or have a confused look. So here goes. Number one, when you talk too loud in public places, especially in the bus or on your subway ride, and you tend to share your life with everybody on. Or when you do FaceTime, when you do messenger calls, and everybody on the bus hears your conversation. We don't like that. It's like keep your private life private. If you're talking to somebody, that person is just beside you or that person is just across you. You don't need to shout. You don't need to be too loud. Right? Right. Check. Number two, umbrellas. I don't know why they don't like using umbrellas on sunny days. But yes, umbrellas. On my first year here, I arrived spring. Summertime, I brought umbrellas anywhere with me. I was walking towards my workplace and it was grueling hot. It's like a 2.5 kilometer walk from my place to my workplace. And walking underneath the sun at 12 noon was scorching. I brought an umbrella with me on my walk. And you know what this little kid said? Mommy, why is she using an umbrella when there's no rain? They don't use umbrellas here. And what I noticed, even if it's raining, they don't use umbrellas here. You know why? The wind is so strong, it will just blow your umbrella away. So, when you use your umbrellas, especially on a sunny day, people will stare at you. Number three, when you bring your beer bottles, your beer cans, and you're riding the public transit or when you're in the park, obviously it's not allowed here, but some people still do. Because maybe they're drunk already, they're bringing that along with them wherever they go, but still, people give you a bad stare. People tend to look negatively on you, but they don't call your attention. They never do, because they don't want to get into fights. Number four, when you don't stand up for an elderly and give up your seat. People tend to stare at you because you're supposed to give up your seat for that elderly. Right? Respect. 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 Number five, when you complain too much. Even if you're right, even if you have a justifiable cause to complain, and the way you deliver your complaint is too much for a person to handle, and that you're becoming rude, they can ask you to step out of the store if you do that to them. You're complaining in public and you become too loud, people would glare at you, people would look at you, and at one point you may get ejected from the store. Another one. Us Filipinos, we want to be comfortable when we ride public transit, right? So when there's a oncoming jeepney, oncoming bus, we want to be first on the line. At one point, I would give my husband a shrug because he was being himself. He wanted to be first on the line on the oncoming bus so that we get the best seats. And when I'm behind him, I see other people like stare at him and look at what he's doing. And later on, you get adjusted. Like, yeah, really, why do I need to rush? Why do I need to be the first in line when the bus is so big, when the subway car is so big? I really don't need to rush, right? Me being a Filipino, my husband being Filipino, we're accustomed to rushing to be first in line when there's an oncoming public transit. Like we've experienced it back home when there's limited jeepneys, limited buses, and of course, people trying to get on the same jeepney, trying to get on the same public transit, and wants to be first in line. Here in Canada, people want to stay calm and cool. I see how people react when we try to be the first in line. When we try to be like there's an oncoming train and we try to position ourselves to be the first one when the doors open. Yeah, that doesn't look nice. So they appear not to worry if they don't get seats. Another one. During my first fall here in Canada, my body was still not acclimatized. I felt like 16 degrees was cold already for me. 12 degrees was already cold for me. So, what did I do? I wore boots when it was still 16 degrees weather. And what do you think happened? This gentleman, I think he couldn't bear it anymore. He said to me, uh, it's still 16 degrees and you're already wearing boots. And I explained, oh, they're not too warm. They're okay. I think I was really looking crazy back then. 16 degrees for Canadians, that's still like a bomb. That's still very good weather, folks. 12 degrees is very good. 10 degrees is very good. 3 degrees is very good. That's still considered summer for most people. Oh, yeah. Don't overdress. You get people to look at you, not just once, but really like twice and thrice. And to a point that they might be baffled with how you look. So, those are my top things that Canadians do not like you doing in public.